Alright guys, well it's been quite a while since I did an office tour video. I think my last one was back in 2009-ish. So I figured, I've moved house a couple of times since then, I'll give you a quick look around what I've currently got in my office during the day. So we'll start off with the desk tour, like my last video. If you remember that, I've still got the same Acer monitors that I bought back then. Three 22-inch Acer X223Ws that I'm still really happy with, so I see no real reason to change them. They're still, look pretty sharp and everything. Now, the machine I had in the last video on my PC is now waiting to be given to my mum, actually. She wanted just a basic PC to do some kind of office work on and stuff, and it's still a pretty decent spec, but I needed something a little bit quicker, so I've put Windows 7 on there for her, and also a copy of OpenOffice as well, which will give her a nice little PC to do just basic email and stuff with. I've replaced that with this machine here, which is a 8GB Core i7 PC that I got custom made for me from a local computer shop. It does the job very well, actually. I'm really happy with this. There's a drive on top there, which is the same one I had in my last video, a 500GB external drive that's always plugged in. And my most important files are backed up there every other day, actually. I do them normally. I've also got a little external drive plugged in there that I've just been copying some stuff on for work. I've still got a Dell keyboard. Now, I had a similar keyboard in the last video, but it was getting a bit dusty, and also the couple of the keys on the keyboard stopped working, and the volume knob got a bit crackly as well. So I replaced it with an identical model, because I did quite like this keyboard. So I got one off eBay for around 20 quid, I think. Still got the same mouse I had before, just a standard Dell mouse. An Ace, I think it's an Audio Technica, yeah? Audio Technica AT2020 USB microphone, that was there before. Nice little desk lamp there that's quite nice for working at night with. I've just got a little Logitech HD video camera that can do 720p video as well for recording, which is quite nice. It's good for Skype. Same little speakers I had before, actually. I could do with getting my proper sound system set up in here again, actually, I think. I've also got an Amiga 1200 over here, which is new in my office from my last video. I used to have like two of these back in the day, but I bought a new old stock one about a year and a half ago from a company called Amiga Kit, just to kind of, recapture my childhood again, I guess. So I've got some of the videos on that if you want to have a look around them. Currently playing a game called Pushover that was one of my favourites back when I was a kid. This has been upgraded, this machine. It sports a little compact flash adapter here, so I can transfer files from my PC onto the Amiga. Although I think removing that just crashed it. So we've got to reboot. Yeah, and I've also got a CD32 console. You may have seen that in my last video, actually. I had two of those. They're not in the best location, actually. I do need a nicer table to put it on, but at the moment, space is kind of minimal in this little corner that I've got here, so there will be a nicer solution eventually. What I'm hoping is maybe something with like a shelf, so I can put the Amiga and the CD32 kind of at the back, and then have this nice 24-inch Samsung flat screen TV monitor. It's really good, actually. It displays any resolution that I can throw at it. It's a Samsung SyncMaster, I think they're called. Yeah, that's up there. So it's it's a really nice screen, actually. I mean, ideally you probably want a CRT screen for these old machines, because some of the pixels tend to look a bit blocky sometimes, but I've been playing around with the settings and I think I've got it looking pretty good. Hooked up to it, I've got a Zipstick joystick, which was always my favourite on the Amiga. The CD32's got a Competition Pro. It's one of the older ones with the leaf control. I know the CD32 is not in the best position being right near a window, but I don't ever open that window, so it's not at any risk of getting wet. The only thing that does bother me about having it right near an open window is the Amiga 1200 going yellow, because the plastic tends to oxidise on them. But as you can see, this is like still a mint condition machine. So what I do generally is, when I'm not using it, I just put this tea towel over the top of it, and it's quite quick and easy. Just throw it over the top and it blocks off most of the light and UV rays and everything, so hopefully that'll keep it nice and white for a while. What else we've got down here then? I've also got an Apple Mighty Mouse on here with a Apple Slimline keyboard on there too. Just two kind of cheap mouse mats that I bought, kind of a microfiber I think they are, but yeah, they feel quite nice. Got my iPhone 4 here as well, the 32 gig iPhone 4 in black, which is jailbroken with the lock info on there. I've got a few CDs lying around here, just assorted stuff actually, the kind of mostly like dance music CDs and stuff. Going under the table, we've got my Amiga 1 machine in a Commodore gaming case, which I've also done videos on as well. You can have a look at those on my channel. A Mac Mini that was a recent acquisition. It's a Mac Mini G4 that I use for MorphOS. I've also got a video on that if you want to have a look at it. A little compact flash card adapter down there. I will probably replace that actually with something that'll fit in one of these spare drive bays, because they're kind of going to waste at the moment. That's about my main office. We'll go over here on the desk as well. Just a few, could do with a bit of a tidy up actually. Bunch of iPods that I've got just lying around, iPod Touch, and a very old iPod, one of the very first ones. It's got a 180 gig classic one there as well, with a dock that it obviously just sits on in there. So I can just swap, iPods between it. Don't ask me why I've got so many iPods. An old Amiga format CD, I believe. Also got the Apple in-ear earphones. They're about £60. They're actually quite nice. I should do a review on those one day actually, because I do quite like those. A camera here as well. That's been with me for a couple of years now. It's still quite a nice camera. So that's basically the area that I do my work in. So I can take you through to the leisure room now, if you like. So we go through here and have a look at my home theatre setup, because I've kind of separated the two since my last video a couple of years ago. So we go in here. This is where I do my gaming mainly, and also watching TV and stuff, of course. If I look around the setup from here, I've got a Sega Dreamcast. That is still my favourite Sega console. I mean, if I wasn't much of a console fanboy back in the day, but I think, if I had to pick one of my favourite manufacturers, it would be Sega. And I still play my Dreamcast quite a lot. All the games are down under there in a CD wallet. I also got an HD DVD drive for the Xbox 360. I've got two of them actually. There's another one down there as a backup, because in case it ever dies one day, I'm not going to be able to play my HD DVDs. I know the format's dead, but you can pick up discs now for. I've got movies on HD DVD that are actually cheaper than buying them on DVD. And I still have a bunch of them anyway, so I don't really see any point in rebuying them again on Blu-ray, so I keep this around for the odd movie every now and then. Also got a one of the first Xbox 360s. It's actually the fourth one I've had now. I've had a few Red Rings of Death, because the early ones weren't the best design. But this one's lasted me now, I think probably around 18 months, or 2 years actually, I probably had this. So this one seems to be still doing alright. It's just got a 20 gigabyte hard disk on the top, but I mean, I don't really go in for a lot of downloadable content anyway. I mean, I think the only thing I've really got stored on there is a couple of demos and save games, and I've never really found a problem having just a 20 gig. Also got the Wi-Fi adapter on the back there that was more from my old place when I needed it. Now it's just Ethernet hardwired in, so just sits around on the back of there, because I might need it again one day. Also got that hooked up to a Kinect as well. I've got the Xbox Kinect, which I think it's really impressive technology. I don't really use it much apart from when I've got friends around, because as you can see, the room itself, there is probably just about enough space here if I move that table out the way to use a Kinect. I mean, it still asks me to stand back even when I get near the couch, but we can generally play it, quite easily enough. So it's good just really when I've got friends around me, have house parties and playing, like, Xbox Kinect Adventures, and also the sports games as well. Although I did have a bit of a problem that I'm hoping I can get this sorted out. The other day we were playing, we got a bit, jumping around, and the console did actually get knocked. So as you can see now with my Kinect Sports, my Xbox is giving it a nice big scratch around the edge of it, which means it no longer works. So I'm hoping that maybe I can take it into Game or a store like that and basically get them to try and do a disc repair on it. So I think it's only about £3 anyway, so it's worth a try. If not though, unfortunately, it means I'm probably going to have to go out and buy it again, which is quite annoying, but I do know that is a problem with the Xbox 360. If it gets a bit of a knock, then it's quite prone to doing that. My collection of games is down here for the Xbox. There's a few hiding back there as well. I've been playing that one recently, the Mega Drive Ultimate Collection, but I'll get more into that in a bit. The Kinect Adventures here, Kinect Sports, Mortal Kombat, I'm quite into at the moment. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, EA Active, which it's kind of like a personal trainer on the Kinect actually. It's a really good game, but it was a little bit more intense than I thought it was going to be. I played that for about half an hour and thought it was going to be sick. So I have to try it on a lighter setting. Mirror's Edge, Dead or Alive 4, got Fear 2, The Orange Box, World at War, Grand Theft Auto, number 4, which I was never a big fan of. Halo Reach here as well, love that game. Devil May Cry. Portal 2. That's a really good game actually, I like that one. Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty 3, Bioshock, Call of Duty 4, which is still my favourite in the Call of Duty series. I don't think they'll ever top Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's just, to me, it's, you know, pure perfection. I think the other games have been, you know, pretty good, but I don't know, there's something about that. I think the level design and also the way the game fits together, I think, is a lot better, actually. Dreamcast controller down there as well, some Dreamcast games lying around, got a bunch of Blu-rays down here and a few HD DVDs as well, and there's a lot more of them up on that shelf in the corner there. Also got some speakers here, little LG surround sound speakers with the back speakers over there. They were originally meant to be the front speakers, but I swapped them around because you know, I had no room to stand them up here, and also I didn't have any speaker brackets mounted, so it worked out quite well. I've also got a 50-inch Samsung Plasma TV, which is my pride and joy. I do like my TV. Down here we've got Sky Plus HD as well, which, you know, quality of that's really nice. A couple of assorted games and controllers and stuff down here. Then we move up here, I've got my little theatre surround sound control, a PlayStation 3. It's not the original one, actually, it's the 80GB one, but obviously the original George Foreman cooker design. Which, you know, I mainly bought the PS3 to be a Blu-ray player originally, but I've started to build up quite a nice little collection of games on it as well. And on top of that, a Sega Mega Drive, which I picked up quite recently, actually. It was only about, I got that for about £10. And a bunch of games included as well, including, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog, legendary game. Behind now I've got a little Acer net top and my router, you can see underneath. Let's move this controller out of the way. It's quite a nice router, actually, got from Sky, I do quite like that. And the little Acer net top is quite handy because it allows me to, with the addition of a wireless keyboard and mouse, this little cheap, you know, Logitech wireless keyboard and mouse that I got, means I can sit back here and surf the net on my TV, you know, watch YouTube on my 50-inch TV and surf websites and stuff. So it's quite handy to having that. A couple of controllers lying around, two wireless headsets as well. A book about Commodore, which is really interesting, actually, if you're kind of a fan of how the, you know, computer industry was founded. Commodore, you know, they're obviously one of my favourite companies. If you've seen my other videos, really interesting book. Highly recommend that you get hold of a copy of that. Sometimes read that out on the balcony on a nice day like today. Got my iPad 2 in here as well, which I always keep in this case, despite buying the smart cover for it as well, which was probably a bit of a waste of money, but I mainly keep that on just so I can stand it up, really. Got my iPad 2 in there. Over here as well, I've got a little area where, you know, sometimes, maybe it's mainly just it's a dining table, but I don't really use it all that much. I normally just sit down and eat on my knee, to be fair. So I've got my MacBook Pro 13-inch here and an Apple Magic Mouse as well, the pen there too. So yeah, I think that's about everything. So thought I'd do a little quick updated tour of my entertainment setup in my office since it had been a couple of years. So if you maybe like to leave a response video, I'd be quite interested to see what kind of setup you're rocking as well. Thanks for watching.